Welcome to Exceptional and Unfiltered. We're Alicia, Melissa, and Teresa, three moms living the real, messy, beautiful life of raising kids with special needs. We're so glad you're here.
So we were talking about. Oh. I just got thrown. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Anywho, so today we're going to talk about assumptions.
Are we?
Assump-
Well, is that what we're going to talk about? I'm assuming.
That's
But
the
anyway.
plan.
Okay.
But I mean,
But we don't know what we're going to talk
don't
about.
This could be
actually know.
derailed at any moment
Yeah.
by any one of us.
I
Yeah.
like our derailed conversations.
Those are the best.
That's good.
Yeah.
Our
We're good at
conversations,
that.
speaking of that though, like, I mean, I bet Kelly sometimes is like, what is happening? We're like,
I have too many tabs open
we
in
have
my
so
brain.
many tabs in our brain, and then we're like, all right, we're together. I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this.
Yeah.
And we're all shooting them off at the same
Yeah.
time.
And if we don't see each other for a minute, like it really
Oh,
shows because
it's-
we're like,
Well, that's what it looks like today, but we saw each
Yeah.
other last night.
I
Yeah.
guess we just have problems.
And I saw you Wednesday. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
And
text
me,
1,000
when
times a day.
You saw
no,
me?
you're who I
Oh,
saw Wednesday.
oh, my bad, yeah.
And then
We
we
saw-
text like 5,000 times a day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I guess I wasn't
it's not
invited.
enough.
So, I mean, I guess
What about
we,
inclusion?
It's the Elks camp.
I'm
The two, you said you're not going.
You were
remember-
included.
Well, you were invited.
I want to be invited.
You were invited. You were invited.
You're right. I was.
Yeah.
That was a false accusation.
Lord help us
Okay.
today.
So we're going to talk about assumptions today. I think that if you're not in this, I'm assuming, because I'm assuming too.
Yes.
That maybe you have some not predispositions, but like things that you might
Yeah.
assume or think about kids with special needs, adults with special needs, or their parents, or whatever,
Or even certain
Yeah.
certain diagnoses.
Because you read online or you watched
Yeah.
a TV show.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's as common now, but I think like Zach has autism, and there's levels to autism, but you know, the first thing that I remember coming out, which I was a little kid, was like Rain Man with Tom Cruise, and
Yeah.
was it Dustin? I don't know. But
So
anyway,
that's everybody.
Yeah.
You know, that's everybody with autism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, that's what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think for a long time people did think that, and I get
Yeah.
it. That was a
Yeah.
popular movie, and I'm sure if you were
But I mean,
curious,
like,
it
think
gave
about
you some
this.
sort of explanation,
Think about it like this, though. Like, not all redheads are wild.
right?
You know?
There you go.
I mean, I'm just saying.
And now there's like The Good Doctor.
Yeah.
And that's a more modern TV show. And I've seen some other ones that like focus on more higher functioning
Mm-hmm.
autistic people. And I get it because we are in that community and I see those kids that function at that level, but that's just not my experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because we've got a lot that are nonverbal. We've got a lot that are severely, like, way worse than Zachary is,
Yeah.
even.
Yeah.
And Zachary has limited speech. And it's just really, some parents are getting beat up every day. Or the kids beating themselves up. And, I mean,
It could be communication. It can be social, just interaction. It could be behavior issues or non-issues.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
feel like
mean, it could be-
autism, if you've seen one person with autism, you've seen one person with autism.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how I feel about it.
Well, we have a hard time even when we explain in our family to people because, as you guys know, my grandson is diagnosed with
Yeah.
autism,
Love
and Noah
him.
is diagnosed with
Love him
autism.
too.
That
And we love him.
Yes,
Yes, of course, we know that.
And when we tell people in our family, like when I'll be like, both of them have autism, but Noah has an intellectual disability and he's nonverbal. My grandson is really highly intelligent.
Oh my gosh.
He can tell you every flag.
He's
he tells you
smarter
every
than all of
country
us.
in alphabetical
Yeah.
order. Like he can tell you so much of it. Like he'll even tell me to write down where, and I don't know how to even spell them. So I'm like, I can't help you there, buddy. Like, I love you. Let's go get a snack. Like, I got you there.
You're the snack
I'm the
queen.
snack
She's the
person.
snack
Yeah.
dealer.
But I cannot help you find it because he'll want me to look it up for him on the phone. And I don't even know how to spell some of this stuff he'll say.
Wow.
But when you tell somebody in our family that's not like in our day-to-day life that they both have autism, they won't believe it because they look
They
so
have a
different.
certain- They
in
have
the
a
thing.
certain definition in their
Autism's
mind.
an umbrella.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you got all these different things underneath it. I mean, because Asperger's used to be like for those higher, like you think Rain Man, you
Yeah.
think The Good Doctor. But now they don't even call it Asperger's. They call everything is just autism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so That's a big range.
Yeah.
Well, and
Yeah.
we're all different, and it's not even like just or just about autism. It's about Down syndrome or
Yeah.
about any type of like.
Mhm.
Riker is actually a stroke victim, and he has significant brain damage. So it's not like I guess there's not a diagnosis like that you can really like pinpoint and like so he doesn't.
That you could say this is what this looks
Yeah,
like,
or
what
like
most
read a
people
book on
think
that.
Yeah.
looks like.
Yeah, his is just
A
depending upon
cluster
the
of all kinds of
damage. It's
stuff,
all
isn't it?
kinds of different things, and it has looked different, you know, as
Yeah.
he's gotten older. But people might assume because his language is limited, like he understands a whole lot more
Yeah.
that he can say.
Yeah.
So he doesn't like to be talked about around him.
Yeah.
You know, even though he
Zach
may
doesn't
not
like that either.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
can
And his
pick up
speech
on
is
it.
limited like that.
Yeah. So, but you know, you don't know that about them unless you're around them
Yeah.
and pick
That's
up on
why I
these
don't like to
things.
have, and you guys are probably the same way. I don't like to have him here when we're doing the podcast
Yeah.
because we'll be talking about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes him uncomfortable.
Riker, my tone when I'm serious like this, or it could not even be about him, but just a serious conversation. He does not like that tone. He will have an absolute meltdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
think they
that's
think
just him.
just because people are nonverbal or they have like an intellectual disability or a medical condition, that doesn't mean a nonverbal person can still communicate.
Exactly.
You know,
yes,
that's
a
the-
great point.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
yes.
somebody with
Like-
an intellectual disability
No.
still is smart and they can learn and they know
Sure.
all these things.
Noah's
Absolutely.
nonverbal, but communicated with us that he was loving pickleball.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I
when
mean,
he's upset,
And
he
when
will
he's
tell
upset,
you.
or when he wants
Yeah.
a snack,
Yeah.
or that you know, like Corey, that was
Yeah.
on a previous podcast episode here recently with siblings and your other son, one of your other sons, and how Noah reacts and lights up
Yeah,
around Corey.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Yeah.
he's able to communicate in so many different ways. If you just said my son has autism, that does not describe Noah at all.
Mm-mm.
No.
Or Zach.
No.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many
They also
other
have
pieces.
their personality, like
Exactly.
we have
Yeah.
our personalities, and they're very different.
Exactly.
They may have things in common just because they do, like we would have things in common, but it's like a group, us three.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we're all so
all
different.
different.
Yeah.
It's the
All
same
so
thing.
different. And even like in employment and in that world, a lot of people just assume if you have a disability, you can't work, or people won't hire you,
yeah,
or if you you have to be able to do all of these parts of this job, or you can't have that job.
Yeah.
And,
And
they
that's not
often
true.
have very specific interest and will
Yeah.
excel in jobs
Yeah,
if you find the
absolutely.
right fit.
And a lot of it is just like it's almost like matchmaking service, you know.
Exactly.
And we
Yeah.
have a wonderful program here in Mercer County Opportunity Industries, and
Mm-hmm.
that is wonderful and supportive employment. So a lot of areas have that. It's just called something different, but that's a wonderful organization to help people with disabilities do that matchmaking.
do
Like,
that.
what are your skills?
Yeah.
What?
And support them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for example, Zach wouldn't be. And honestly, I told y'all earlier, I don't think he really wants a job.
He
Mhm.
like,
would
he
like
wants
people to work
employees.
for him.
Yeah, he's an
Yeah.
employer.
He could be a supervisor.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
he
I'm a
would be great
supervisor
for
job.
that if he could wear a crown
Yeah.
and sit on a throne.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do this for me.
I got a job for all of them. He could do that. He could be a supervisor. We need something social for Riker.
He
Oh, yeah.
would just open doors for people
Yeah.
and say hi.
Hug
Yeah.
her.
And hug
He's
them.
a greeter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a little hard. There might be like some cracked ribs every now and then.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
you know, that we can make
Some
sure that's
people like
covered
it.
in insurance.
I like
Yeah.
hard
Yeah.
hugs.
Fine.
Some people like it.
Yeah.
Noah could be a food taster. Oh, he would
Yes.
be great.
He would
Yeah.
be great.
Yes, I
I
would.
love that.
See, they
He
can do
cracks me
things.
up.
There's
They
so
can
many things
absolutely
they can
do things. And we have a series too that we're doing now on our social media for the Special Needs
Employed
Collab.
and empowered.
Yes,
Yeah.
employed and empowered, and it's highlighting not just the person with the disability, which is so important and so good, but also their employer.
Mhm.
That their
Love it.
employer said, "Yeah, you can work here.
Yeah.
We're going to make
Mhm.
this work."
I love that.
And some for years. Like they have had their jobs for
Years.
years.
And if you look at the comments on those, the customers, the other employees, the employer are like, they are fantastic.
They're
We
wonderful.
get so many compliments on such and such. He performs his job so well. She performs her
Yeah.
job so well. And they're
Don't
like
assume
fabulous.
don't assume they're a liability. They're an
Yeah.
asset.
yeah.
They very much so can be an asset to
Yeah,
your organization.
absolutely.
I agree.
Like the one girl, like what was it, 30-some years? That's a huge accomplishment for
I think
anybody.
she was 21.
21, okay.
21 years.
That's huge.
But my gosh, and when we put that on social media, I mean, 21 years
Yeah.
worth of people that know her.
Talk
Yeah.
about people that knew who she was.
Yes,
Yeah.
and
Like they know our kids.
and just did a wonderful job, and that gave her purpose and helped her feel fulfilled, and she's giving back to her community, and the community is
Oh, hey,
appreciating
yeah.
her right back.
Yeah.
But if you just go in with that assumption,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that people's disabilities can't work
Yeah.
or won't work, or
Well, I saw people comment that she was one of the hardest workers that they had ever seen. Like, and we saw it with other
Amazing.
people too
Yeah.
that we've had, on
Yeah.
the page. So like you said, it's not that they're getting all this help or they're underperforming. I think that's what gets me.
yeah,
It sounded like they're over, achievers
might
and they're
need,
performing
like,
really high.
Some kind of support
or an accommodation
or
or
accommodation,
something.
but
Yeah.
oh my goodness, yeah. We've seen nothing but good feedback.
Yeah.
Those,
those
honestly, I think that's
employees.
the best series that we put out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
As far as like response from the community is on Employed and Empowered.
Yeah.
Like people are really proud, and I think it's eye opening too. To for other employers, we've had them
Mhm.
reach out and
Yeah.
say, I'm interested in
Yeah.
being an inclusive
That
employer.
kind of goes back to what we say. People want to help if
Yeah.
you just can give them an idea
It's
how.
opportunity too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Opportunity. Yeah,
Opportunity.
absolutely.
Like you don't know somebody's ability.
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
just don't. Their diagnosis does not define their ability. Let's go with opportunity
Yeah.
first, and then you can figure out like, okay, maybe this is too difficult, or maybe this won't
Mhm.
work, and so you have to come back and plan a little bit, or just change direction, but
Mm-hmm.
make sure the opportunity that is there,
Yeah.
and that's inclusion.
Because we do it
Yes.
for us. I mean, we all go to different educational programs when we're in
Mhm.
school,
Yeah.
college. Like we're given those
We're driven in a
opportunities to
certain
find out what
direction.
we're going to
Mhm.
do.
That is true, and then we keep training.
Mhm.
Like even like in our professions, all of us in
Yeah.
our day jobs, we're continuing to learn
Yeah.
and figuring out how to do things better. Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like
Yeah.
give education, give support, and let's see what
And
can
it gives
happen.
us a purpose.
Yeah.
And they need a purpose.
Yeah.
They need a
too.
purpose. They're
Everybody
valuable.
does.
Yeah,
Everybody does.
yeah. They have so much value to bring, and I think that's the thing that I've seen on there.
Mhm.
We make those assumptions that just because you have a disability, you can't contribute, you can't achieve, you can't
Yes.
learn, you can't.
That
you're
you're
not
a burden
valuable.
and
Yes.
not
Yes.
Mhm.
valuable.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
times have changed so much in that regard, and I'm so grateful for that. And I think, a lot of it is good. Like, you can chalk it up to early intervention. You can chalk it up
Yes.
to, like, the
Yeah.
parents stepping in and having more awareness, because awareness is important too.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
everything, but it's very important. And I think that brings us to another assumption that's, a lot of people say, oh, special needs parents are superheroes.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I feel about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I have opinions.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's hear it.
Right now?
Yeah.
Right, I gotta say it right. Okay, so I don't feel like a superhero. I feel like I'm on the struggle bus all day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes when somebody says, like that you're a superhero, and they're meaning it out of like goodness and kindness, but
They
it really
admire your
admire
efforts.
those things, but everybody has to step up and do those
Yeah.
things.
Uh-huh.
It's out of necessity. I was on a phone call yesterday with somebody about Riker, and I was talking about like what are plans for him after graduation. It was a worker with a state agency, and she said I just don't have the patience for that. Like that's great, but I don't have the patience for that. And I said, well, it's really not about patience.
Mhm.
It's like really about
Mhm.
necessity. Like don't look at me
That's-
and think, oh, she's a superwoman because she's got all this patience. That's not really accurate. I don't have a choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
If
you know?
you want to, and I think if you're a good parent, you do,
Yeah.
your child to function in day-to-day life, they're not superhero things. They're things you just have to do.
Yeah.
The same thing, like, excuse me, but like,
Hit your mic.
but like, I guess I didn't really have the experience of like, let's go to the kitchen table and get our homework done
Yeah.
while I'm making dinner. It's more like, let's get settled down. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yeah.
It's kind of equivalent to that,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
different. Like,
Yeah.
as a good parent, you're going to come home, you're going to get your dinner made, and you're
Yeah.
going to help them with their homework. And those are the kinds of things that a lot of, like, if you have a typically developing child. But for us, it's like, I got to get on this doctor appointment. I got
Right.
to stalk this to get this in
Yeah.
with this
Yeah.
specialist. And I got to, I don't know, where's that weighted blanket so I can get him calmed down?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
we lost his headphones. We got to go find that.
Yeah.
Or, oh no, the internet's out. We got to call Frontier.
I feel
Yeah.
like you have this list prepared.
But it's
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
like,
it's one of the
It's
tabs.
cycling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
One
all
of the
these
tabs.
in your
Yeah.
head.
and so it's just, if you want them to be comfortable. If you
Yeah.
want to be comfortable, because like Zach and I feed off each other. Like
Yeah.
I feel what he feels and vice versa. And so if you want to have,
We're not different in other moms, I guess.
Yeah.
Is in that
that's
aspect.
the point.
I'm not trying to say I'm
It's
offended.
just different
I'm not
needs.
offended.
No.
I'm not
Yeah.
offended by somebody saying like you're a superhero or anything like that. It's just you're right. It's different needs. Like I'm a different mom to Riker, just like you know with you with Noah, than I am to my other boys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
so it's just a different type of
Parenting.
skills,
Yeah, we
different
parent
parenting
to
that we're doing.
what they need.
Yeah.
And we're all doing it out of what needs to be
Because we
done.
love our
Yes.
kids.
Yeah.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether they have special needs or they don't,
Yeah.
you're doing things
Yeah.
to make sure that they're okay and they have what they
Mhm.
need,
Mhm.
regardless of their ability.
Yeah. We may not be running our kids to sports. I
Yeah.
mean, we might be now because we
Yeah,
got
now there's all
opportunities.
kinds of things.
Look
So,
at the
like,
athletes now.
You know,
Yeah. We have the turn down options. We have so
yeah,
many
and I'm so
things.
grateful for that. But in
Yeah.
the past, it was just like more like going to the doctor.
Yeah. That's
Zach
it.
kind of liked it because
Yeah.
it was like what we did.
Oh, Ryder
Yeah.
just flirts with all the nurses. I mean,
Yes.
he
Of
doesn't
course
need a
he
whole
does.
program for him. Just get him to go to the doctor and say hi to the nurses.
I have a funny story about that. You guys know because I sent you a Snapchat about it. But yesterday we had to go to the doctor, and he carries he's like a pack rat, and he has all his little. It's security
I
and
love
the
it
weight,
so
I'm
much.
sure, for sensory. But he keeps his basketball shorts full of toys and different things.
SpongeBob's and
SpongeBob's,
yeah.
playing to everybody, all the whole crew's in pocket. And
Yeah.
sometimes 20 ounces in each pocket of Dr. Pepper too.
Oh yeah, I've seen it with one in each side.
He also brings a cinch bag of snacks.
Of course.
That he packs
He's
himself.
prepared.
Yeah, he
He's
thinks I
prepared.
don't see him digging in the pantry, and I'm like, it's cute. So I just-
Yes.
But anyway, we go and they do his workup. They check his blood pressure, which he's like a total pro. They're like, is he okay? And I'm like, he's a pro.
Yeah.
So he does all that, and it's time to weigh. Well, he takes his lightweight Crocs off, but leaves
don't
the
want
4
that.
million toys and maybe a 20-ounce Dr. Pepper in his
But not the
pockets to
shoes.
get on the scale.
The shoes
The
were,
shoes were
he
off.
wanted an accurate weight, but these are a part of me. These are a part
Yeah,
of me.
these are my body.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
and
not
you could
coming
tell he
off.
was like, I gotta get these shoes off.
They gotta go. They can't be measured on this scale today.
I gotta.
Crocs
That
too,
could
of
be a
all
pound.
things. It wasn't even
It
like
was
big
Crocs.
clunky tennis shoes.
Yeah.
Crocs.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's
Him
funny.
and his friends.
Him and
They
his
were
friends.
all in it
It's-
together.
Yes, and that is definitely his security system.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Oh man, but when he was in middle school, it took forever not to take like a giant backpack stuffed like to where you couldn't zip it of toys. That was a whole thing, but
You
you
slowly
couldn't
got
just do it. I think there were assumptions there that we could just like, but I was like freaking out
Oh,
because
yeah.
that was his
Yeah.
security. So we can't just. We made negotiations as
Yeah.
time went on.
I
But
have another thing on assumptions too. I just thought of.
yeah,
I think that it's important to not assume okay. So instead of looking at somebody, I had this with Riker one time, and somebody looked and said he was, I don't know, 10, 11, somewhere around there. He's never going to be potty trained. He's never going to be potty trained. You need to give up that hope
Mhm.
and give up that
I don't like that.
dream. And it was honestly like it was out of love from her side.
Yeah.
I didn't like it either, trust me.
Mm-hmm.
But it was out of love on her side. She was trying to save me,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like get my head out of the clouds, bring
Mhm.
me into
Mhm.
reality, you
Right.
know.
Yeah.
But he is potty trained. And I just, kept going. And there was a surgery that he needed that helped with to make that possible.
Mm-hmm.
But don't assume that you can predict the future
Yeah.
or that
Oh,
you
yeah.
can make those calls or like
Mhm.
assume that a kid is being spoiled because they act a
Yeah.
certain
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
we those assumptions can go a lot of
Yeah.
different ways
So
too.
many different
You
directions.
know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think like the focus of today is really more on like, looking at the individual person versus the diagnosis and the disability,
agree.
and
Yeah.
looking at opportunity to see ability versus just assuming they can't do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
We'll use what Scott always says from the Real Birds.
yes,
Their abilities. They got
Special
special
abilities.
abilities.
Special
but-
abilities.
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I mean, really, it's true.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some things might be a limitation too, but also create something beautiful and an
Mhm.
ability. So one thing that I love about Riker is he is completely incapable of lying. He can't judge
Oh, I love
you.
it.
He can't judge you. Like he just doesn't. He
Mm-mm.
doesn't care about your past. He doesn't care about who you're friends with. He doesn't care about yesterday's mistakes. He doesn't care about the color of your skin. He does not care
Yeah.
about any of that. He just loves unconditionally.
Yeah.
So it's like this gift. Yeah, he,
Mhm.
you know, his disability also created a beautiful gift
Yeah.
in him.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
He can just love purely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
instead of like
Yeah.
looking and I guess assuming that, you know, poor them, they have to deal with all this stuff. Sometimes it's like poor us.
Right.
I've
Yeah.
thought that many
You know?
times. I really would like. It's just love.
It's just love.
It's just love,
Mhm.
and I hate to get like sappy and stuff, but I feel like that's God's chosen people because
There's no
it's
pure.
love.
There's
It's
no
pure.
Pure. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no pure.
And how
people.
lucky would we be if that's all we had in
Yeah.
our heart was love,
Yeah.
and
Truly.
and not that judgment,
Yeah.
and not those stereotypes
Yeah.
that we have.
Right. I mean, life is hard. It's hard on them.
I enjoy him not judging me too.
Yeah.
We appreciate
Because I
that.
have problems.
Yes,
Absolutely.
we
Yeah.
appreciate
Yeah.
that. But we have, you know, when we look at ability and we look at our kids as moms, you know, we might even assume some things sometimes ourselves.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
I'm sure.
And a lot of it could be because, well, he's never done this before, or he's never shown that he can do that before. But we have to be careful to ourselves that we don't assume that they're not going to grow.
They really
in certain
surprise us
areas.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Lord, I carried Noah around for 5 years.
That is
When
one
he
of
could
my
walk.
favorite things that
So,
you've ever said.
I
You
just
assumed
assumed
he
he
can't
could walk.
walk. Yeah,
I just
never
think about it
pushed him to
sometimes
keep doing
and
it.
giggle.
It cracks me up.
Mhm.
Yeah,
He
but
pulled a
we,
good one on you.
Yeah.
he did. He
Yeah.
had you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But we as moms too,
Can't
just like our
assume.
community, we can't assume. Give opportunities and let them grow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they will.
Yeah.
They will, and
They
we'll
will.
grow with them.
Yes.
And our community will grow with them.
Yeah, we're already
We-
seeing it
yeah,
big
We're
time.
already
Yeah.
seeing it.
So I'm excited about it.
I am too.
New beginnings.
Mhm.
Love it.
And that's today's conversation.
If you feel seen, understood, or just a little less alone, share this podcast with someone who needs it too.
No judgment, no perfect answers, no pretending, just real talk.
We said what we said, and we'll keep talking.